My name is Bernadette McCarthy and I've been suffering with, I have alopecia universalis and have had since 2003, so I'm bald basically from head to toe. I wear a hairpiece, a wig. Most of the time at home I would generally go around without any wig. I have semi-permanent tattoos for my eyebrows and I would just use a liquid eyeliner for eyeliner, so it's just a bit deceptive. Definite advantages for that. I absolutely don't have to worry when I'm putting on the fake tan or whatever. It goes on, you know, so evenly. Same with shaving the legs, not even an issue. Don't have to worry about bikini lines or anything like that on holidays. It's just it's fine. There's definitely some perks to it. And other perks, you know, when you're going out, we say you're going out straight after work and you're like, oh, I have to go home, wash my hair, do whatever. It's like, my hair is already done. It's at home waiting for me. I just literally have to go home. Or sometimes I carry it in a handbag and it's like, yeah, hair's done, that's it, it's gone.
Bernadette jump into this now. She's also a comedian in her spare time. Bernadette, I have to say, you're terribly upbeat. You had me laughing throughout that interview there with the hair and the handbag. Bring it with you.
I've had a few scenarios where I have to, if I don't laugh at the situations, I would probably cry. So keeping it light and upbeat is probably the best tonic for anybody.
Of course, you've been living it with total hair loss now for nearly 6 years, isn't it?
You're coming up to 7 years now, yeah. 2003, September 2003. Usual situation, a lot of situations. Hairdresser noticed small patch, said it to me, not to worry about it, and then it literally just got bigger and bigger and bigger.
And over how long, or how long did this take, this process?
It probably would have been dealt with a bit quicker had I not been trying to hang on to the one simple piece that was just here. I couldn't even do a comb over. Yeah. I just had it here, and it was like pulled over to this length, and trying everything. I wouldn't cut it because I kept hoping that whatever I was trying would be the thing that would work and the rest of my hair would catch up. Yeah. And then somebody, the gentleman that looked after the first wig that I got, he said, look, it'll take at least 14 months if it was to grow back to catch up. So just, do you want me to take it down? And he cut it, and yeah, it was heartbreaking.
So we have photos of you there. You had beautiful, long hair,
yeah,
brown hair.
Long, short. I had it every which way. Pride and joy it was, like everything from, you know, like colours. I was always really adventurous as well with it as well. So it's just, it's just, you just lose your identity when it's gone. It's just, you don't know where to look.
Looking at the photographs there now, you're upbeat now. You're an inspiration for anyone with the condition. But I suspect there have been a few dark moments as a result.
Oh, traumatic, like absolutely devastating. Where it got to a stage where, I mean, when I did first lose it, didn't want to go outside the door, didn't want to mix with people, went from being upbeat, bubbly, out every weekend, being, you know, the joker, in and out, having the laugh, having the jokey flirt in the bar or whatever, and just completely stole my identity. Couldn't go outside the door, couldn't. When I did force myself out the door, I would just want to fade into the background. Didn't want to.
This would have been at an age, what, mid-20s?
I started when I was 27, so I was around 28, 29. I remember my 30th birthday, when I look at pictures back, I just cringe because I just wanted to forget the age I was, forget what was happening to me at that age. I just wanted time to pass me by. I just wasn't interested. And the depression that came with it, of course, you're eating rings around yourself then as well, because, you know, you don't want to go out, you're sitting in, you're eating or whatever. So then that added to now you're overweight and bald. So it's just such a, everything, it all snowballs. Do you know what I mean? And it just takes a point where you go, you know, how long are you going to let this take over you?
You said that when you were referred to a dermatologist, he said some of the harshest words that you'd ever heard. What did he say to you that day?
Like, I think that's the biggest misconception, is when people say, it's only hair. You know, it's not only hair. It's my hair, it's my identity, it's my personality, it's my femininity. Don't come back and say to me it's only hair. Yeah, it is only hair, and the first few months I got through was saying in my head, oh my God, you don't have cancer, you don't have cancer, just get on with it, you don't have cancer. But to go to a specialist that you were hoping would have a sliver of hope for you to say, you know, there's this thing that could possibly be done, and to be told to go and find the best wig maker you possibly can, because the depression that will sink will be here long after if the hair grows back.
suppose you have to deal with sort of self-image on a completely different level. You know, you talked about people that might be conscious of weight, etc., like that, but this is something on a completely new level altogether as well.
Well, at least, even saying weight, I mean, how many times do you turn on the telly and you see ads for foods that are low fat, or you see Weight Watchers or whatever being advertised, or these programs that you can use, but you don't look on the telly and say these are ways to help you with your hair loss, or these are ways that will help you adapt. There's nothing in this country, there's absolutely nothing, apart from this support group now that's been set up 3 years now. There was nowhere to turn, absolutely nowhere to turn. You were looking at websites that were in the States and that you thought were a million miles away to what you were going through. Like, it just didn't seem real if it was in another country or it wasn't. So you felt so completely isolated. You'd know. And then again, the whole idea behind nearly alopecia, and what most people do, is they just try to hide it. They just, and I can completely understand that. Do you know what I mean? Because I done it. You just want to look as normal as possible and completely like you did 6 months ago.
Well, I think you look fabulous. When you came in today to the makeup room, I was like, God, I love your wig. And Bernadette's like, I got it in Macy's for $200. Now, we'd asked you, I'd been on the phone to you this week saying, will you come on without your wig? Yeah. And you were telling me to get out of here.
The polite version.
What do you like? But you did say that you wouldn't take it off now, but you will later on in the show.
Yeah, yeah, and it's more to just try to reach out to people who are out there, and like, I know what it's like to be at that ebb where you feel, oh my God, how am I going to manage? And then 6 years, nearly 7 years down the line, I do feel that there is life after this, and it doesn't have to be the end, and this is the way, you know, you're going to be forever. There's so many different varieties of wig, and so many different varieties and prices or whatever, that you can afford to be a bit adventurous or a little bit funky, or if you just decide, I don't want to wear any. That's your option, that's your choice. But just not to feel that this is me for the rest of my life now.
I bet you've one in every colour, do you?
No, I don't. You don't know. But this is the first short one I've actually ever bought. They'll tell you I've always worn long ones, and it was more to do with hiding. Like, and this is.
Have some images there of the long one. There's
yeah,
the long one there, yeah?
That's my daughter there, and the long one, and like that as well. It was more to hide it, like. Yeah. So this is the most adventurous I'm getting really adventurous now since this year. I've been cutting up the one that's in that picture. I've actually had cuts since and all, especially for the weather as well. When it's a bit warm, it's so much lighter as well. But if I had the money, yeah, I would certainly be doing it in every colour.
You've come across people that have alopecia in pretty extreme cases, and it has come back, and then they've lost it again, which you say is a really, really difficult thing to deal with.
Well, I know when it first happened, after about 2 years, of course, every single thing that comes into any magazines or anything, I just used to grab by just to read their story. And I remember reading one girl, I'm nearly sure it was the UK, where she had lost it completely, and it grew back. It took a couple of years, obviously, to grow back. Just got into the shower and then got out without it. So I don't think personally, obviously, if somebody was to wave a magic wand and say, do you want your hair back, I'd jump at it. But not at the cost of maybe coming back out again, because I couldn't go through the loss. This sounds so extreme, but it's nearly like you have to grieve for the loss of your hair, like, and it sounds so pathetic, but it's like you're leaving this person behind, and the person that you're leaving behind, you don't want to leave. You still want to be that person acting the maggot in the club, or, you know. But it's like, don't draw attention, sit into the background, and I didn't want to leave that person behind, but you felt like you had no choice. Like, I catch reflection of myself, or I look at pictures, or I've walked through the shopping centre, and I know people really well, and we say I hadn't seen them in a year or maybe 2 years, and walked right by me, completely different. It doesn't even look like me, and I look at pictures and I don't even think they look like me. Now it's a little bit, it's not as bad as it would have used to be, but like, I know people, oh my God, I haven't seen you, I wouldn't have known you, like, and it's that old person that I'd love to get back.